Hey, what's up? It's time for more Arcane Season 2, Episode 5. I'm very happy to be watching more of this show. I keep saying this, but it's difficult to fit it into my schedule. I got shit to do. I got a life, Arcane. But it's such a good show that it makes the heartbreak. It's not really heartbreak. It makes the difficulty, it makes this blood, sweat, and tears worth it. Because it's really fucking good. So yeah, we're gonna jumping into season 2, episode 5. Last episode I remember ended. I mean, I just watched it last night. It ended with Jinx being backed against the wall by Warwick, according to the subtitles. And he said powder, which it looks like he's Vander. So we're jumping into the episode. We're gonna see what happens. I am so excited. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking the video, commenting down below, and subscribing to the channel. All that stuff helps me out a lot. And you can go to my Patreon account if you want the full-length reaction, as well as early access and exclusive videos, lots of other great stuff. Here we go, Arcane Season 2, Episode 5. The Scowler. Oh my gosh! That's how we ring the bell? There's this guy in the audience. Holy shit! Whoa, look at her! Look at her hair! It feels wrong, but it looks so good. Oh, hell yeah. Aww. Showing like one shot of her like curling into herself. I'm glad Homeboy's still with her. Oh, fucking. I love the fucking song. Oh, she's so frustrated with Caitlyn. Oh. Oh, this hurts a lot to watch, actually. Oh my god. Wow. I'm really upset about this. This is extremely painful. Feels like I've gone through a breakup. Is Jinx actually there, or is this is that still part of her trauma?
Looking good, sis.
I like how Jinx is written backwards on her face. Oh, she's actually there.
It's Vander.
Oh,
Falling for another one of your tricks.
she came here because of Vander. Oh my god. Can't choke out your sister. Especially after she came to you. Oh.
He needs our help.
Oh my god. This is not where I thought the season would be going. We gotta actually have Vi and Jinx working together. Oh my god. Oh, and in the intro, they are kind of back to back. Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. You alive, Ambessa? You are. How? He killed all your soldiers, but not you? She's got the fucking villain cloak. Oh, but she looks so beautiful. It's frustrating when evil looks good. Not evil, but, you know, troubled. Although they're designing her evil. Oh my god, I think this is genuinely my favorite Caitlyn look. Like, holy shit.
To Zorn's perverse abominations.
Oh.
How basic human considerations that up to
No.
I have forbidden their use.
Caitlyn.
If you do not want...
I don't like seeing Caitlyn like this.
Is a product of age, both of which I possess in abundance.
You will rot in here.
Oh my god. I'm just really sad. I'm so sad that it's turning to elation at how this show's making me feel. Mel! Oh, Jesus. This is some PTSD. I forgot about that part of it. Oh my god. fuck?
Hope you find these quarters to your liking.
What the?
Not sure I know anymore.
What?
Our host scrambling your omelet.
Who are you?
Hello,
Jesus.
Near as I can tell, an oculorum. According to
Ocularum?
legend, just an old family joke. You know, the rulers with an artistic flair.
This guy's got a cool
Step
voice.
into the light.
Yes, please. Let me see your full design. Is it
Kino.
Kino? Is that her brother? The one who died? Question mark?
It's me, brother.
Yeah.
Mel.
Oh.
You've grown up.
Oh.
I'd hoped they'd never come for you.
He was acting all cool until he realized, wait, I actually care a lot about this person. Oh, you know what? That little bit of red in Vi's hair is so dope. I was sad that she got rid of the red hair, but black with a tiny bit of red is awesome. Oh, that's grief and a little bit of anger, but maybe some respect in those eyes as well. That's interesting. You have to keep clapping to keep the lights on.
Cool, huh? Not even toxic.
Ugh. Probably tastes bad though.
Pretty sure. Decided to throw him with the pilty goons who murdered mom and dad.
Oh
Well, at least they
no.
never had to. Which one?
Hmm.
Wake up, sis. Passed out in the bottom of a mug. Now can it and keep walking before I kick your ass again.
You know what?
You wouldn't.
She's
last
making some
1
decent
second
points.
about those over-designed bitch mittens you didn't even build yourself.
Bitch mittens. Want to fight without
You
him?
think I need these to?
I like how it lit up when she slapped her. That's
1
genius.
second.
Oh my god, this is gonna be like a sister fight. Oh, oh Jesus. Yeah, I mean, Isha doesn't get what's going on.
Hey, kid. Still got all your insides?
Oh. It's so affectionate. Oh.
Don't ditch us.
Why'd you come get
Your father too.
Like both of you working individually before did cause some issues. If you didn't leave Powder behind, you might have been able to control her.
I've never seen a beast of such savagery.
No beast is more savage than man.
You will be treated as an esteemed advisor. but
Interesting.
I demand absolute loyalty.
Interesting. Does he go for that? Really?
An incredible tolerance for pain. With him, the mind I could not recover.
Oh, well, that's sad to hear.
Compelled
Jesus.
by the scent of blood. So I thought.
Until we saw
Now
Powder.
seems I had yet to uncover the right catalyst.
Oh. If he sees Powder and Vi. Oh. We got to hear Silco's voice again with new voice lines.
She believes you're dead.
I do like to disappoint her.
What the heck?
How did you know to do that?
Yeah.
It's like some sort of puzzle.
You gotta figure it out to get out.
She passed through their hometown and fell in love.
Oh. I
That's
did
not
not
on
think
that.
that was what was gonna be said.
Indeed, whatever that child inherited is of terrible interest to our captors.
Okay.
By all accounts. And no mention of his crime.
She's pissed off about it.
Absence has always gnawed at my mind. Who invented Shimmer?
Oh.
Don't we? Dr. Revik.
Dr. Revik. I mean, yeah, we knew that.
You're a monster.
I mean, we knew that he invented Shimmer.
Unspeakable.
Oh shit, that's cool.
For love.
She's ready for him to like turn around and attack, but I don't think that's what he's doing. I think he's like welcoming death. Like if someone wants to kill him, he's not going to try to stop them. She's got such great footwork. She doesn't stumble on shit.
You would have been friends.
Oh,
Everything I've done
she looks like Maddie.
is to cure her. Imagine a world that no longer need fear it.
That's why you do it with Vander. Bring him back.
Mel?
Try to figure out how that
getting us out of
works.
here.
If you can figure it out, you can bring her back. Ooh, this is cool. Use those brains, girl.
Usually there are consequences for someone who fails these tests.
Better not fail then.
Consequences. A healthy sense of self-preservation, I'd say.
Oh, that voice.
You aren't my brother.
Oh. Oh, shit. Shit. Who the fuck are they? What the hell? Oh no. Okay, well, storyline didn't go where I thought it was going.
We had such high hopes for him.
Oh, cool voice. Or multiple voices. What the? Oh shit. Okay, so this is using the powers that she used to not die in the blast, I imagine. Now we're back to Warwick. It's such a cool art style. So these are things of Vander's. And Silco. Oh.
Silco.
I've looked everywhere, but
Yes, I want to hear his
you
voice.
don't want to be found. God, I'm shit at this. I'm sorry. Did to you was for the greater good that you deserved it.
Did Silco ever read
But
this
the
letter?
dirt was
Probably
on
not.
both our hands.
He found this. Everything might have been different.
That's what I was just thinking. And saying. They could have made up and it wouldn't have had to go down this fucking awful route. Look how much Jinx softens whenever she sees Isha. She loves her so much. Oh. Okay, alright. Here he comes. Oh, and it like lights up because of the sound.
It's Vander. Oh, it's me.
Oh my gosh. Oh god. Is it the blood that's got him riled up? Oh, Jesus! Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's such a cool shot. Oh.
You have to believe me.
Yep. Put your fist down. Trust that Vander's gonna see you. Oh! Cool transition.
Does a lady just be in the mood for a familiar song?
Whoa.
Not this lady, and not this song.
He's so young. She's pretty. Oh, look at him! This is so cool.
And a dank crack in the earth into a thriving.
Silco looks so normal.
Tonight, eh? You hear that, Bozo 2? You made it.
Oh, you're sadly mistaken. I'm Bozo 1.
Of revelations.
Yeah, don't be drinking. Orange juice for you.
Wasn't really part of my plan, but guess that's everything when you're living week to week.
She's got a similar voice to
I
Jinx.
haven't told him. Working up the nerve.
In fact, she has a similar voice to both. She's actually got a good fusion of both Vi and Jinx's voice.
Sweaty being. Shut up. I'm not ready for that.
You're gonna be a dead
Started
mother.
Trying to come up with a name.
What was that?
Because the second I told you, I put you on the hook. You two are gonna figure this Zon thing out. You're not allowed to fail anymore. For her.
What's the
This
point?
makes it
Can't
so-
raise an ankle biter or two.
So much harder.
Blisters and bedrock.
In a way, they were both
This isn't
fighting for
bad.
her as well. Like, they didn't want to let her down. That's why all this shit happened. Oh.
He's your dad too.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh. What the? Is this, Victor? What's going on here? What the fuck? Oh. Whoa. Look how cool he looks. Oh no, it's this guy.
Salo,
I thought I saw his blonde hair in there.
what are you doing? One could ask the same question.
Oh,
To speak with him.
to speak with Victor?
Jace,
Oh my
I
gosh.
feared I wouldn't have the chance to speak with you again.
What the fuck is this?
Where else would I be? You have my solemn vow that everything.
Very kind, Salo.
This is so weird.
Victor has truly worked wonders.
Hextech isn't a miracle. It's a curse. We have to end it, Victor.
Jesus, man.
You seem different. Something happened.
He's gone through some shit. Look at his beard.
I can't let you leave.
Sorry you feel that way.
I'm sorry too.
Oh no. Jesus! He splattered into pure Hextech. What the fuck? Man, that's so fucking good. Oh, this season's like really getting into it. Like, this is way more interesting than I thought we were gonna go with it. I'm so torn watching this show because I love it so much. I think it's such a brilliant show. And like every storyline is amazing and every character is awesome. And like all the voice acting and all the animation, and there's just so much shit that I can't possibly talk about all of it and how great it all is. And at the same time, it's like, it's so sad and depressing. Like there's so much. I think what really works about it for me is like, I'm someone who I think like the sadder a story is, you know, like when a story or a show or whatever has a super downer vibe to it, it doesn't tend to, like, I don't tend to find it very entertaining. Depending on how bleak it is. Like, I remember when I started watching Attack on Titan for the first time, and I watched like back really early in its, like, as it was coming out, kinda, I had watched like 2 or 3 episodes of Attack on Titan, and I watched it and I went, no, this show's not for me, because it was too bleak. Like, it was just like, this is a show where it's sort of, you know, that I don't see any hope in the future. I don't know what the hell like I'm fighting for. If I'm gonna watch this entire show and it feels like there's nothing good that's ever gonna come out of anything that they're doing, then like it's not gonna be entertaining to me. Like, I think stories are really great when they're leading up to something. Like, you as viewers are like looking for something and hoping for something. And I like when it is able to deliver that thing that you as viewers are looking for and waiting for. And so if it can get you to like go through a whole lot of darkness, but then bring you out onto something really great, like, and you start feeling very satisfied and happy, then it's done an amazing thing. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call. Anyway, so like, yeah, if it can do that, that's amazing, and that's a great thing for the show. I'm not saying that media that doesn't do that doesn't have happy endings or anything, is bad by any means. Not at all. But I'm just telling you, like, what tends to be my preference. There's always exceptions, but it tends to be my preference. Because that's what I think is so amazing about storytelling, is when we can, like, provide something very positive, despite the darkness that we presented to them earlier. Arcane really works on it, really works with it, I think, because Arcane, I think, gives you constant hope. And there's, like, little rays of light in kind of everything, you know? Like, there's moments of love between the characters. There's things that you're fighting for. There's a possibility that things might turn out all right for some of these characters. And you can, like, root for them properly. And, like, even when things go, like, really depressing and, like, things go really, really wrong, there's still, like, they're still fighting to get to a better place, and I feel like they could achieve it, but I don't know how. And so, like, the show is really, like, really hitting for me now, because we're in this middle section where it's like, yes, you know, Caitlyn and Vi aren't together anymore, and Caitlyn is being, like, sort of carried by rage and frustration, her rage and frustration has built up all this time, and it makes a lot of sense. Her rage, like, it's not just revenge for a one-time situation or whatever. It's like every single time throughout the series that she's been trying to do the right thing, and she keeps getting proven wrong whenever she, like, trusts in people from Zorn, for example. And so, like, she's starting to think, like, well, I can't keep making this same fucking mistake and having my life get worse and worse and worse. So the only thing to do is to turn against Zorn, because that's the only way to get things back to, like, normal in a way. So yeah, it's like seeing her go down this route is so sad, but it makes a lot of sense. But then, like, at least, you know, we lose that beautiful Caitlyn Vi connection that made some parts of the first season so special. But what we gain is, like, Vi and Jinx, or Vi and Powder, like, reuniting, and it's really beautiful. It's really well done. And them, like, coming together under Vander, it's fucking gorgeous. So, and, like, just as a side note, I did not anticipate, I mean, I talked about it a bit at the end of last episode, but I did not anticipate Vander coming back. And now that I think about it, like, I mean, yeah, it's like he died, but, you know, that body was left in that alleyway, and we kind of, you know, I mean, look, it's only hindsight that tells me that it's like, oh yeah, of course he would come back, you know, because I mean, it was a death scene, and it wasn't like we didn't see the body thing. We did see his body, and we saw his lights go out and stuff. So, I mean, he straight up died. So, I guess it's not something I really should have been able to predict, but it's just, like, one of those things where, like, when I think about it, I'm like, oh yeah, I mean, kind of makes sense how they bring him back from that, I feel like. But yeah, I mean, I wonder what his role is going to be in the show. I mean, I say in the show, in the, remaining 4 episodes of the show. There's not much show left to have a role in, which is still crazy to me. Like, 4 episodes, now, especially now, this episode, like, felt like it set up a whole lot of shit, right? Like, that Black Rose stuff that was going on, is pretty fucking insane, and that feels like a huge setup. The Hextech stuff is getting insane. That's a big setup. Like, I don't know how you resolve the Caitlyn. I don't think you can resolve the Caitlyn thing without her just being, like, ruthless enforcer forever now. You know? I don't think we get back to Kate and Vi. Ever. And that's really sad to me. Like, I don't even necessarily need them to be a couple, even though I I would prefer that, but I don't necessarily need that. But for them to at least be working together by the end of this would be amazing. Like if the final episode has like Vi, I was gonna say Vi and Violet, no, Vi, Jinx, and Caitlyn all working together against a common enemy, and not just like begrudgingly, but actually like choosing to work together. That would be awesome. I would fucking adore that, but I don't know how we get there. I have no idea. Oh, I just love in this episode that we get to see Jinx's softness with Isha, because like Isha is so sweet and like Jinx cares about her so much, and like I love how good of a role model she is actually for Isha. You know, like she's caring for her a lot, and I think you can tell she's trying to do it the right way. She's trying to make sure that she doesn't like pass her trauma down to Isha. And that's the thing about Jinx. Like I think this is what even makes her like, because we've seen like crazy girl, you know, traumatized crazy girl trope a lot before. I mean, Harley Quinn is obviously the like premier example of that in media, but there's like, you know, quite a lot of characters like that, right? But like what I think is really interesting about Jinx is she knows that's who she is, and she's almost like self-aware of it enough that she is trying, like she almost like refuses to accept that she could heal from it. Which I think is in part because she felt abandoned by Vi, and so Vi didn't help her work through it. And she was like, well, if you're not gonna, like, you know, if you're not gonna help me work through this, then fuck it, I'm not gonna work through it, and I'm gonna become the person you think I'm gonna become, because, like, fuck you. So, like, you know, it would have been very different if Vi had stayed with Powder that night, and they actually just tried to, you know, like it would have been hard for them to get through that together, and for Vi to not blame Powder for that, but they would have. I truly believe that. I think they would have gotten through that together and been in a much better place, but that's not what happened. And I mean, obviously Vi wanted to go back for Powder that night, and then Marcus caught her, and so she couldn't. Like, it's not like Vi completely abandoned her on purpose. She abandoned her for all of 20 seconds, and then immediately regretted it when she thought Powder was in danger and went to go save her. And then, you know, that didn't happen, and then she stewed on it for however many years it was between Act 1 and Act 2 of Season 1. Just kept stewing on that, and then at that point it was like, yeah, it was fucked. But yeah, so I like that Jinx is so aware of her own broken nature and kind of doesn't know what to do with that, but now it's like she's got someone who looks up to her, and she's like, well, I don't want her to become like me, so I'm going to like make sure whenever I'm talking to her, I'm being Powder. Like, that's the thing. We're like seeing Powder with her interactions with Isha, and it's so sweet. And I think that was like a real turning point for Vi in this episode as well, is when she hit Isha, and then Jinx pushed Vi off her and then went over to Isha, and like there wasn't any like rage or anything. There wasn't like frustration with Vi necessarily. She didn't like, you know, grab her or do anything. She just like went, hey kid, your inside's okay? Like, everything fine? Yeah? Alright, let's go. And just like, it was just really great. And that's also good for kids a lot of the time, is to not make a big deal out of when they get hurt. Because there's like a thing where it's like, if a kid gets hurt, and then you're like, oh shit, oh, are you okay? Oh my god, are you okay? Can you hear? Can you see? Like, a kid just gets overwhelmed and is like, what the, oh, I'm supposed to be hurting. And they don't think this, but this is like subconsciously what they do is they're like, oh, I'm supposed to be hurting. And then they start crying and they start freaking out. And then it's like, they're panicking more in those moments because they're getting your panic, you know? But if they fall over and it's like, ow, that really hurt. And then you go up to them and go like, hey, your inside's okay? Everything good? And you're like treating it very calmly. You're signaling to them like, yeah, sometimes shit happens. Like, sometimes you might get hurt. It's okay. Just, you know, that this is a way that you can be strong. And with that, a kid will be less likely to freak out over small things like that. And that's really cool because Powder herself was a very emotional kid, like very, very emotional. I mean, we saw in that night where Vi left her behind, but not after Vander's death, pre-Vander's death, when they went to go save Vander and she said, you have to sit this one out. Powder, like being in the bed, just scream crying, like really, really emotional, heavy, strong crying, and like ripping things apart and throwing things across the room. Like she was so frustrated and so upset. She was a very emotional kid. So it's funny that like with Isha, she's almost more emotionally stable than she's ever been, which I think is really nice. But yeah, so that was all awesome. That scene with Felicia in this episode was so sweet and also so heartbreaking because we had her speaking to Vander and Silco, and they were both there like working things out, and then Felicia says to them like, hey, I want my daughter to come up in a proper world where Zorn's great and not somewhere to be afraid in. And look, you two are gonna do it for me. So you gotta make sure Zorn is like in the right place. And both Silco and Vander clearly care about this woman a lot, especially since she died later. That it's like this is a thing that they were both fighting for in season 1. It makes season 1 even more interesting to me, is like adding in this extra layer of like they were both trying to get, you know, follow this woman's wishes to them. And they were doing it in their own way. Silco was trying to like help Zorn to properly rise up and have the independence that they need. And Vander was just trying to keep the peace, to keep them out of trouble, so that like there wasn't so much violence and death, because that violence and death is why Felicia died. So like they're both fighting for what Felicia wanted in their own way, but Vander was doing it in a more safe way that means that people can stay alive, and Silco was doing it in a grander way, trying to actually do what like trying to achieve what Felicia's dream would have been. So man, that was such a good scene. And I mean, it's just great to hear like Silco and Vander's voices again, you know? Oh, fuck, man. So good. Anything else I want to talk about? Not really. I mean, there's a lot of great stuff in this episode. I could talk about each individual scene, but really, I don't need to. The show speaks for itself. It's amazing. Thank you for watching my season 2 episode 5 reaction. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos for both this channel and my Gent Watchers One Piece channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.